Hi friends, thanks for joining with me today. Today I wanted to talk about moving through chaos to order in regards to our emotions. And I recently had an experience with this, and my daughter had done something that pushed this trigger point in me that made me want to respond negatively. And I knew I shouldn't, and I was trying to talk myself out of it very unsuccessfully. But sometimes it just kind of bubbles up like bile that needs to be released, and there's just no holding it back. Or so it feels like there's no holding it back. I succeeded for about a minute, and then I couldn't contain it any longer, and I had to say what I wanted to say. And then I was immediately mad at myself. But in this realization of being angry with myself, it was a blame and complain kind of angry. It wasn't a repentance kind of angry. It was a beating myself up further kind of anger. And when you do that and you don't take care of it, what happens when you go and talk to somebody else? That comes with you. And so I went and to talk to my husband about it, and I ended up making a bigger mess of things. And at that point I thought, I might as well just start setting fire to everything because I can't do anything right. I'm just out of control in the midst of this chaos. So what do you do when you're out of control in the midst of chaos? And I'm sure other people, not just me, when you're angry, you want to scrub something and clean it, and you scrubbing the anger out of yourself. Well, I have noticed in the past that when I do that, it's not, you feel like you're just getting it out of your system. But what you're really doing, if you're not doing it properly, is you're continuing that blame and complain cycle. That's all you're doing, is blaming and complaining until you wear a hole in the countertop, or my favorite is the floor under the fridge. So how can we stop blaming and complaining, forgive ourselves so that we don't continue to go around blowing up every relationship on our path that day? What I did is I removed myself and I went into my bedroom and I locked myself in my closet, and I decided that I needed to create order. And so I organized all of my shoes. Every shoe had a place, and everything was neat and tidy and put in a proper place. And while I was creating order, I was thinking about, okay, what started me down this path? What was the moment? Why did I feel this bile inside of me needing to come out? What happened? Well, when my daughter did what she did, rightly so, she was being a little turd, but I didn't have to respond to her in kind. What it did to me is it triggered in me this sense of, this is my fault. I raised her. I didn't do things right. And that blame and complain started going. And your self needs an outlet. I can't be the only one hurting. I need to take it out on somebody else too. And so that's how it just ends up coming out onto other people. And so I thought about, while I'm creating order, what was the trigger point? How could I have chosen differently? I realized that I was thinking of myself as a victim. And when you think of yourself as a victim, nothing ever goes well. What can I do better next time? How can I learn from this? Can I forgive myself? And then when I was done thinking through this process, not blaming, not complaining, taking ownership in a positive way, not a negative way. And then when I was done organizing all the shoes, I left the room in my closet, rejoined my family, and it was a completely different experience. My energy had changed. I had purged those thoughts and feelings, and I could interact with my family members, and all was well because I had gone through a real repentance process instead of a false one, where I actually ask for forgiveness and really want to do better and take ownership of that. And at the same time, creating order. We are beings of order. God is a God of order. And when your life is out of control and in chaos, creating order can help you break the cycle of blame and complain. Because if you can't do anything else right, you can at least organize your sock drawer. You can at least put all the pins in one place in the junk drawer. I mean, there's something that you can do and to put into order to get your mind thinking clearly and positively. And so hopefully that helps. You can learn from my mistakes and know that I blow up stuff all the time, and I don't mean to. And it's all part of the learning process. I think of us as, you make prototypes for different kinds of things, inventions, and developing our character. I feel like we go through a lot of prototypes on our way to figuring out how to be. And it's okay. We're going to mess up. We're not going to do it right. The point is to keep trying and keep moving forward. When you spend time in blame and complain, you're moving backwards. You're regressing. You're sinking deeper into a pit that is hard to get out of. And it's just not good for anybody. We think it is because we feel like if we beat ourselves up enough and I feel guilty enough, then I won't do it anymore. But really what it does for you when you do it that way is it gives you permission to do it again because you felt bad enough. That's a tricky one. I've got a lot of examples for that too. We'll go into that some other time. So hopefully that helps somebody out there to think about things. When you're feeling out of control, move from chaos to order. Create order, clear thinking, and move into a better space. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.